There's been news that a meteor has affected parts of Detroit. What damage did it cause? How big was the impact? Well, we'll find out after the intros. The storm has now arrived. Hello guys, it's Stormboy13. Another video tonight. It's about the meteor that has affected Detroit. Where do I go from here? Thunder and lightning? Was it some sort of mid-air explosion? Was it an enemy airstrike? With a rumble that shook the earth, a bright burst of light illuminated the sky over southeastern Michigan on Tuesday night, leaving locals wondering what in the world had happened. I went to turn and noticed a ball of flame coming at an angle. Danny McDowan Jr. told Detroit News he said he was driving when it just blew up into a bunch of sparks. I didn't even know what to think. It was kind of odd how orange the sky was behind me and this burst of flame out of nowhere. And bystanders video captured a moment a white light had appeared to explode in the heavens. The United States Geological Survey reported the equivalent of a magnitude 2 earthquake. But to be mostly honest, by the time you were so surprised of view of the Detroit meteor, you probably wouldn't even notice the tremor right away. So, and obviously didn't cause any further damage. But NASA officials had a simple explanation saying a meteoroid had entered Earth's atmosphere roughly, well, don't know whether that's in US time, at around 8:08 p.m. It was definitely a meteor. Bill Crook, lead for NASA's Meteoroid Environment Office at the Marshall Space Flight Center in Alabama, told the Washington Post. So we know Crook said the fireball was caught by a small asteroid about 1 to 2 yards in the meteor, moving at 28,000 miles per hour. So basically when it entered into the atmosphere, he said it heated up and began to melt away, producing the bright light that people saw. I'm going to just show you a quick clip now. So about 30 seconds later. Did you see that? Let's look at it again. Now, it didn't look like it actually crashed down into Earth, but oh, another viewer filmed from there. It didn't look like it first crashed down right down to the Earth. Usually when meteors happen, the rocks always break apart, probably to do with gravity. And it looked like it was lightning as well, so... At least once a month or so, Cook said objects this size make their way into the atmosphere, but most people don't see meteors this bright, he noted. The USGS said the meteoroid entered about 5 miles from New Haven in Michigan, so shooting stars of meteors are bits of interplanetary material falling through the Earth's atmosphere and heated to incandies by friction. These objects are called meteoroids as they are hurtling through space, becoming meteors for a few seconds. They streak across the sky and they create glowing trails. So meteors are the pieces that land on the ground according to NASA. So in the case of the Michigan meteoroid, NASA's Cook said they are probably meteoroids on the ground in southeast Michigan right now. I'm sure the meteoroid hunters will be out in force, so we know about that. So NASA said Wednesday on its Meteor Watch Facebook page that we have calculated this was a very slow moving meteor, speed of about 28,000 miles per hour. So this fact combined with the brightness of the meteor, which suggests it's a fairly big space rock, at least a yard across, shows that the object penetrated deep into the atmosphere before it broke apart, which produced the sounds heard by many observers. It is likely that there are meteoroids on the ground near this region. So one of our colleagues at JSC has found a Doppler weather radar signature characteristic of meteoric material falling to Earth. So pieces of an asteroid lying near Detroit. So let's see what the meteorite hunters find. But experts explain that finding those meteorites could be challenging. So it exploded and the object itself didn't hit. So we know Michael Norlock, head of astronomy at the Canberra Institute of Science in Bloomfield Hills, told the Detroit News. So we're talking about finding the debris field, and that's hard to determine. There's still some debate about what path it took. So on Tuesday and early Wednesday, social media users posted videos from dashboard cameras and home surveillance systems showing the moment the meteor burst into light. So it scared the bechooses out of us, whatever. This was some Twitter comments. We're going to skip through that. So Bob Tremblay, a former outreach officer for the Warren Astronomical Society and volunteer for NASA JPL Solar System Ambassador, told Detroit News that although meteoroids are not rare, the fireballs or boulders are. Anybody that saw it, it is lucky, he said. So that's it. So, oh, and also, in terms of, has it ever happened before? Well, there's been a much worse meteor. I remember that very well. On Friday, the 15th of February, 2013, parts of Russia, I think it was south or eastern Russia, I can't remember, got hit by a terrible meteor incident. I'll explain after this clip. Now, obviously, it's 7 minutes long, so I'm not going to show you all the video, but I will put a link onto there so you can see it from when the video was uploaded. So there you go. This one looks like a much more common one. That was much more focused. I forgot this was taken early morning. I thought it was middle of the night, but if you can see, the windows have been, well, it was a bright light, the earth just turned dark for a second, then the light reappeared, and if you can see very carefully, that was the shockwave. Literally, well, there was some shockwaves as well in Detroit, but nothing compared to the Russian one of 2013. I'll show you one more video clip from there. Yeah, that was a shockwave, literally scared the bazookas out of all the people. So yeah, there has been some injuries. I think, actually, I could be wrong, but I've estimated around over 900 people got injured, particularly with debris that may have been hurtling towards them from the terrible shockwave. And sadly, there has been many damage, lots of damage across the Russian country. Damage-wise, could be a few million quid, mainly from broken windows and damaged material. So that's been pretty hard for Russia, but it's kind of a rare incident, but as we know, it's not as common as like an earthquake or a flash flood. So there you go, guys. That's all I got to deliver you for today. So yes, main theme was, I don't know what caused it, but basically, occasionally there will be rocks hurtling towards Earth, but many say it usually may cause damage to the globe. But it's just rumours, guys, so there's nothing you should be alarmed about. But it does come at an occasional occurrence of meteors occasionally going through Earth, but not usually, apart from the Russian one, causing damage. So thankfully, that's a rare occurrence. So that's all I got to let you know. Meteor hit Detroit, but it didn't seem to be anything too major. Not major damage, no one's seriously hurt, so we're all good. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. As we know, want me to do any more requests from, like, could be glow web forecasting or 2018 weather topic videos that you can think of, then just comment below. Be more than happy to do it for you. Please give it a like, comment and subscribe, and that's it. Storm's now out.